What's up guys, welcome back to Life of Lainey, and today, as you can tell by the title of the video, for today's video we will be talking about me quitting my job. And you kind of explain what's happening with my life, give you an update since I have been very sparse with my videos. I already know you guys. I'm gonna try to make this part short, but I know you guys probably want to know like why I quit my job, so let's get into it. After I graduated college, I moved to LA. I got a job at this cosmetics company, and I'm not gonna say which company it is, no shade at all. I just like don't want it to get messy or anything. I don't know, I just don't want anything to get weird. So that was my first like corporate job ever, and it will be my last. Once again, no shade, it's just the corporate life is not for me, I swear to God. The 9-to-5 life is not for me. And I've known that since the beginning, but it's just something that, you know, you kind of have to like go through to understand. I've had a very entrepreneur mindset my entire life. Like since I can remember, I've been creating things, I've been selling things, I've been teaching myself things. I've always been an entrepreneur. So working a 9-to-5 with an entrepreneur mind is just like very difficult. So I worked for that company for 2.5 years, almost 3 years. Like it would have been 3 years in September. So it was just what I was comfortable with, and it was a fun job actually. So at my job, I just started off as like the social media coordinator, and I quickly got promoted to content manager, which was awesome. I got to create content, I got to do copywriting, I got to take pictures, be on set, do photo shoots, graphics, like you name it, I was doing it. Like I was doing so much stuff, it almost got overwhelming sometimes, but it was a fun job because I got to be creative and I got to like do what I like to do. The issue is that I didn't get to do those things for myself. I was doing it for another company, which for 3 years of that, it's just like, why am I dedicating all this time to making content for a company when I should be doing that for myself? If you have your own brand, like why are you dedicating all that time and energy to another person or company? So I had had that feeling like even a year in, but still a year in, I was still having fun with it. I was comfortable, I was getting that paycheck, baby. The paycheck is just so hard to wean yourself off of because you're used to having a paycheck every other Friday. So, I would always like tell myself like, there's just, I can't quit. Like I need this, I need to pay my rent, all this kind of stuff. I need to pay my bills, and that kind of mindset will keep you stuck in a 9-to-5 job like your whole life. Unless you break that mindset, you will be stuck there if you don't want to be there. So about like 1.5 to 2 years in, I asked if I could start working from home, just because I felt like going into an office every single day, the same office, 8 hours a day, like to me it was really starting to drain me. I'm a person that needs to be in nature. I love views, I love I love to have my senses stimulated, because that's how I get inspiration. I love to like change up my scenery every day, but I couldn't do that in an office. And I know that sounds very privileged, and like it was a beautiful office, like there was absolutely nothing wrong with it, but even then like it just gets repetitive, and I felt like that Squidward meme where it's like you're just doing the same shit every single day, and it's just like every single day you're getting more and more drained. So I did ask if I could start working remotely, because I felt like it would give me a fresh perspective on things, and like make me more productive and make me get better content out, just because I would be more refreshed and more like inspired. And they didn't want me to work from home at all. And they said no, unfortunately. I asked like twice, and both times they're like, no, I'm sorry, like this is an in-office job, which it was. I was hired to be an in-office employee, and they didn't want the content manager to be working remotely, which all to each their own. I personally was like, okay, but I'm telling you, I would be a lot better if I could switch it up, but they weren't with the shits. So that was like 2 years into it, and I was like, okay, I just kind of gave up on that fight, and I was just like, fine, I will just continue working in the office, knowing that eventually I was gonna quit soon, just because I like knew I had hit a plateau. I just felt like I wasn't gonna really get any higher than where I was there. So all of these things, kind of hitting a plateau, not really feeling inspired anymore, and like kind of just dreading going into the office. It was just like, this isn't gonna, I want to have a happy life. I want to be happy with my job every day and to do what I love, which sounds so cliche, but like it's so important, because what's the point of working a job every single day if you are not loving it? Like that's your life. Like it takes up a ton, 40 hours a week of your life, and if you're not loving it, like you're wasting so much time just doing it, going through the motions, getting a paycheck, but for what? Like people always ask me like, oh, like if they offered you this amount of money, would you go back? And I'm like, no amount of money can make me go back to any type of corporate office job, just because if I'm not happy, like no amount of money is going to make me happy. Like, and people, you know, say those things all the time, but it's true. Your life is so controlled around the job. So it's just like, even if you have money, for me, it wasn't really making me happy because I still was like, you know, I felt stuck. So then around like November of 2019, I started doing my own loungewear. If you guys follow me, you already know that, but I have my own brand called Cozier, which we'll get into in a second. But right around November is when I started doing that, and I started like customizing my own loungewear, doing this kind of bleached and painting. Before the wave, by the way, before the whole tie-dye wave, I was already doing this. Okay, I know tie-dye and bleaching is nothing new, but I'm just saying, before COVID hit, I was doing this. I had already started my own brand, and I was doing that at the same time that I was working, which is really hard to do, to go from, you know, working your 9 to 5, and then from 5 to, you know, 2 a.m. doing more work, as Beyonce said, working 9 to 5 to stay alive. What is it? Working Monday to Friday and then Friday to Sunday. Bitch, that was me. I was doing branding for the company that I was working for and also for myself, which is very exhausting. So from November until May, I was doing both of those things simultaneously. And then, of course, COVID-19 hit. So we had worked remotely for about 2 months. And during that time, I was just feeling like, you know what, I need to just quit and pursue my brand, because there's never a good time to quit your job. Like, even though you think there might be like the perfect time, you'll keep telling yourself like, oh, I'll wait till next month, or I'm gonna wait till I save up a bit more, and blah blah blah. There really is just never the perfect time to quit your job. You just have to do it. Like, you just straight up have to believe in yourself, believe in your vision, have a plan if you can, but likely that plan is not gonna go as planned. You can have a plan, but just be prepared for that plan to not work out sometimes. And also by this time I was getting a lot more orders, I was getting a lot more business, and I was like, I can't keep up with all of this. Like, I need to make a decision. So I decided to quit my job. The fact that I just wasn't happy, and the fact that I just felt like it was the good time in my soul. I felt like it was the right time to quit. I just had to do it. Working with that company taught me so much that I know today. Like, I would not trade it for the world. I don't regret working for them or working a 9 to 5 at all, because it taught me so much. Basically, my message to you guys is, if you are working somewhere and you're not happy and you are an entrepreneur and you want to pursue your own stuff, like, all that energy and time that you're dedicating to that company, you should be dedicating to yourself. If you fully believe in your vision and you fully believe that you can do it, that's the only way that's gonna work, and you have to dedicate that same amount of effort and time that you were to them, to yourself. I feel like B Simone right now. This is not to knock anyone with a 9 to 5.
I get it, they work hard. I used to have a 9 to 5. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You work hard, you have money. I get it. I need an entrepreneur.
Okay, no. I am so grateful for my 9 to 5 forever. Like, as I said, I learned so much. I wouldn't trade that experience for the world. I honestly think that everyone should work one, especially before you become an entrepreneur. You should work a 9 to 5, because you can learn from the company's mistakes. I learned so much from their wins and their losses. You can learn a lot from your bosses, even if they suck, you can still learn a lot from that. Everything is a learning lesson. So I honestly recommend working a 9 to 5 before you do your own stuff, just because you learn and you see so much. But now for me, it just was not for me, and I cannot honestly ever see myself returning to any type of 9 to 5 job. Now that I know, like, I can work for myself, and, you know, all the stuff that I'm doing now, like, I would have never been able to do. Having my own schedule, being able to, like, do makeup on set one day, do my orders another day, like, pick up and go somewhere, you know. Constantly just opportunities just start popping in as soon as I quit. I swear to you, like, everything just started coming into place. I got lucky, because that's not to say that that's gonna happen to everybody, but if you really do dedicate yourself and you look for opportunities and you network, like, it should all fall into place for you. But that's not to knock anyone with a 9 to 5. It really is all just based on preference and how you want to live your life. Like, if you want to work a 9 to 5, you do that. You do it, and you get that paycheck and you live your life. Like, you can figure it out. But sometimes, you know, for me, I just, like, I got over it. I couldn't do it. With all of that being said, I do have my own loungewear brand. I officially submitted my LLC. I'm officially a business. Business has been booming, honestly. Like, people have been shouting me out a lot. I've gotten some really cool features with, like, really high profile people, and it's just been really dope. Obviously, I've had more time dedicated to it, all my time. So with that obviously comes more customers, because you have more time. I've had more time to do branding and the Instagram and the website. So I do have my brand. That is my main focus right now. But with that, I'm really hoping that since now I don't have a 9 to 5 anymore, I can dedicate more time to YouTube as well. Even though my brand has kind of taken over that 9 to 5 window, I'm really hoping that I have more time to also do YouTube and talk with you guys, connect with you again. So that is a big goal of mine, is both my brand and also my YouTube channel is gonna be like my main focus now. But yeah, so if you guys would like to support my brand, since that is my livelihood now, you can shop at shopcozier.com. The Instagram is shopcozier. The name of the brand is just Cozier. People get confused because they think it's Shop Cozier, but it's just Cozier. But I couldn't, the website and the Instagram was taken, so I had to put shop, but you know, whatever. Yeah, I do custom loungewear. Everything is hand bleached, hand painted, all by me. They're made to order. I have a ton of different sets on my website. I'll show you guys right now. But I have matching sets, I have sweatpants, I have hoodies, I have shorts. I'm constantly coming out with new things. So, and you can also do like a custom set. So yeah, I just like to be cozy, and I like everybody else to be cozy with me, and I like them to be cute, and we can all be cute and cozy together. So that's like my brand, and that's the goal. It is unisex, it's a unisex ass brand, okay? Men, women, everybody can wear this stuff. It's sweats, it's loungewear, like anybody can wear. But yeah, so that's my main focus. That's pretty much my big life update. It is a pretty big one. I'm sure I have more, but I'll do a separate video on all of that. It's just so much to talk about. If I left anything out, I don't know. So that is pretty much it for this video. Don't forget to check out my brand down below. It's shopcozier.com. Black owned business, you know what I'm saying? Get with it. Black female owned business, period. If you guys have any questions at all, if you needed any, you know, motivation, anything like that, comment down below. I got you. I read all of my comments. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you guys want to DM me questions, anything like that. All of my stuff is at Life of Lainey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it somewhat helpful if you're, you know, looking to quit your job, or if you just wanted to know about my life and see if there's any tea. That's it. Okay guys, bye. I'm talking too much. Peace. Mwah!